You first got 14 of my man. That was wrong to you. You first got the police. You didn't have to tell. Come here.
Troop, Africa Flame, Africa Troop. Let's put our hands together for that very, very interesting illustration of what we've been hearing since we started this morning. How we can fight and ensure that this is brought to an end. Not wasting much of your time, we would like to invite, Edie is already here. She's here to present an award, the Humanity Index Awards 2025, and I'm sure she would, let us know who will be receiving this plaque today. So I'm handing over to her to do justice.
Thank you so much. I won't take too much of your time. Dr. Hussaini, please come up. Thank you. And then thereafter, I'll be asking the 3 board members of Invictus Africa that are here, that are sitting together, please come up, please. Ikenaya Dike, Yinka Ogunubi, and Zaina Varuna. And I want to call up the 2 blue states. Do we have the representative of Akwa Ibom State here? Yes, yes. Please come up, as well as DSVA, Madam Titi Lola Vivo Adeni. Please.
Okay. Who is taking it? On behalf of Invictus, we present this award to Akwa Ibom State, people and government for being one of the high performing states. And so we have here best performing state. Congratulations. Congratulations. The next state is Lagos State. This is presented to, we present this to the people of Lagos and the government of Lagos State for being one of the higher performing states. Congratulations. My hand here. Yes. Come to the middle.
Congratulations to Lagos and Akwa Ibom State. Please keep doing the good work. And then I encourage other states, including Abia State. That's where I'm from. I need to talk to the governor. All right. I'm sure we pray that this would also help in ensuring that other states also move up the ladder. All right, not to waste so much time, let's move ahead quickly. We're having the Humanity Exchange, and this will just last for just 20 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much for your patience. You've been so patient and very cooperative. Thank you so much. Please give yourself a round of applause. You deserve it, please. You want to clap? Hey. All right, thank you. Thank you. Also, this panel session will be moderated by the Executive Lead, Gender Mobile, Omowumi Ogunrotimi. Please step forward. Please, let's put our hands together for her. Omowumi Ogunrotimi will be the moderator for this session, but we will have on the panel Ngozi Ikem Okoye, the Director of Prosecutions, Enugu State Ministry of Justice. Please come forward. Mrs. Titi Lola Viva Adeniyi, Executive Secretary, Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency. Please come forward. Mrs. Nkechi Udo Esquire, Director of Economic Affairs, Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare. I think that's all we have on the panel. So this will last 20 minutes, and I'm sure the moderator will do justice to this.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to sincerely thank Invictus Africa for convening us to interrogate what the findings of the 2025 Humanity Index, especially what it means for policy, practice, and the lives of women and girls across Nigeria. As you're all aware, the Humanity Index is unique and of course consequential, especially because it moves the debate beyond rhetorics to measuring, state-level performance. And the 2025 index asks a very important question, yet urgent, which is, what has changed? So over the next 20 minutes, we're going to be interrogating that, and looking at the results from pragmatic sub-national perspectives. As you can see, I have a very robust panelist here. And I'm going to ask that our panelists should make their responses coincide. As you can see, we have 20 minutes to run this session. But before we begin, a few housekeeping notes. We would be having Q&A session at the end of this, I think for 10 minutes thereabout. I don't know if that still holds. Do we still have Q&A session? Okay, depending on the time. So, but I'm gonna invite you all in 1 minute as an opening to share your reaction to the Humanity Index, specifically looking at what stands out for you and what immediate priority would you set in your state or sector in response to these findings. So I'm gonna begin with Honorable Hawa Samojubo. Do we have that on the? Okay, so I'm gonna begin with you, ma'am. For 1 minute, or in 1 minute, please share with us reaction to some of the findings that you find, quite interesting from the Humanity Index of 2025. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you. No, you. Yeah, please go ahead, yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My take home will be on data collection. One thing I noticed with respect to 2025 Humanity Index that was just presented, I noticed some states improved and some states were not part of the presentation. I come from Enugu State, I did not see Enugu State. But one thing I noticed that is key is data collection. So when I get home, we're going to work towards it, and we're going to have a synergy between Ministry of Justice. I work with the Ministry of Justice. I'm the Director of Public Prosecutions. So we're going to have a synergy. We're going to have a meeting with the key performing ministries and the relevant agencies, with the Ministry of Gender, with other civil society organizations, so we can always come up with a definite data that is presentable. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing. So I'm going to move on to Mrs. Nkechi Udo to share your reaction based on some of the findings that you consider very critical.
Okay, for me, the finding that really stood out for me is the percentage of survivors that would prefer to report to the family member. And I also learned that the highest number of gender-based violence happen in the homes. Oh. And then these are the same people they run to as confidence to make the report. It also means that at the formal sector, they may not be getting it right as regards confidence, public confidence in them. So what I will try to do in my state is to engage more of the individual members. Because before now, most of our advocacies are to groups, or the campaigns, awareness creations are to groups. Even though we're going to get the individuals at the group, but we'll make the groups smaller in size so that you have more impact, more interaction with the individuals, especially the women.
Thank you very much for sharing. I'm sorry to cut you short there. So Mrs. Titilola, over to you.
Okay, hello. All right. Good afternoon. I think two call-outs for me. 59% of Nigerians are not aware of any GBV information. That's very scary.
That's profound.
Very profound. So obviously we need to double our efforts in taking our zero tolerance message to the nooks and crannies of the state. And I think the other call out is the fact that 63% of Nigerians don't know of any conviction. And we are doing a lot. I mean, I speak for Lagos. Lagos secured over 160 convictions last year. We have...
Please, let's give Lagos State a round of applause.
Thank you. We have a sex offenders register. Right. The register is on the website, yet it's like as if people don't know about it. So, of course, we will double our efforts. Right. We will make a lot of noise about these convictions.
Thank you very much for... Thank you very much for the reactions shared. I'm going to dive into the discussion, with you. I'm going to kick off that discussion with you. So according to the Humanity Index 2025, 5% of Nigerians have not encountered any GBV awareness program, and you just alluded to that statistics, particularly those in rural areas, persons without formal education, the unemployed, and persons with disabilities. Similarly, 74% have not heard of or visited a shelter or SAC, and 45% prefer informal support systems. From your experience, how is limited public awareness affecting sexual and gender-based violence prevention and response? And what risks and opportunities arise when survivors increasingly turn to informal support? And a further layer of the question, and how might we strike an effective balance? Yes. I know that's quite layered, but in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, please do justice to the topic. Thank you.
I'll try my best. So it is, it's a reflection of the data, what the data has revealed to us. I think the danger in reporting to informal systems or informal sectors is that survivors are not able to access holistic support. There's also the tendency to receive advice instead of counseling. Advice as per where we are from, this is how we do things, as opposed to counseling when you are offered the different options available to you and you are empowered to take a decision that you will own and run with. So it will not be said, oh, this person told me to leave my husband or this person told me to leave my wife. There is also that need to cover perpetrators, to shield perpetrators, to keep it in the family. Don't say it. How can you say your father is sleeping with you? Who will walk you down the aisle? Who will believe you, So when survivors break the culture of silence and speak to people in the informal sector, they may not access holistic support. Holistic support meaning legal, medical, psychosocial. They may not be rescued because they are meant to think that, let's keep it within the family. Now, whether we like it or not, there will always be people that will feel more secure, feel more confident in speaking with their family members, their imam or their pastor, or even their community leader. So that is the fact. But what opportunities exist? We need to build capacity of those informal sectors to be able to respond appropriately to their pastor. So instead of us vilifying the churches and the mosques, how can we take advantage of those institutions? Build their capacity to be able to respond appropriately. Let them know that there comes a time where you must stop mediation.
Right.
You cannot continue mediating, providing mediation for a couple. Where do you refer to government, right? So that referral pathway needs to be established between, religious institutions, traditional rulers. A lot is happening in our palaces and government. So there's a risk, but I do think that there are opportunities that exist.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for sharing. And, those are profound thoughts, especially that it's important that we know when to then refer from, those settings to the formal justice sector. That's really profound. Thank you very much for sharing. So I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Nkechi Udo. In 2024, states allocated an average of only 0.6% of their budgets to the Ministry of Women Affairs. That is abysmally low. Only 6 states allocated at least 1%, and the combined GBV-related allocations across all relevant MDAs totaled 120.22 billion naira, representing an average of just 0.66% of state budgets. Given this fiscal picture, to what extent can we say that GBV prevention and response is a national priority? A second layer of the question, what measures are required to strengthen political will, improve budgetary commitment, and secure sustained investment in GBV prevention and response? 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Thank you.
Okay. So first of all, from the budgetary allocation, which we all know that is different from actual release, it shows that GBV prevention and response is low when it comes to government priorities. And then it could be as a result of resistance to change. Because we know that in our cultures, the patriarchy is there. And it's also it could be as a result of lack of understanding on the part of the policymakers, on the part of the people who release the funds, even after it's been allocated. And again, the service providers, the advocates may not have enough capacity to engage the leaders to sustain the advocacy, to ensure that they understand the importance of GBV preventions. When they understand the impact, they will understand that it's good to allocate and release more funds to fight GBV. And when it comes to actions that could be taken, I had said part of it, but the informal sector, the business sector, they can also have something like part of their corporate social responsibility to allocate some funds. We can also look at setting up emergency funds. After all, we have emergency funds for what's it called now? When there are natural disasters, there are funds set out for that. If there can also be funds set aside for GBV response, for GBV prevention, because prevention is better. And then within the society, within the communities, they can also build up a strong support system to even say we are not going to tolerate this anymore. Then they can do that by ensuring that the perpetrators are handed over to the government and there are resources for prosecution of the perpetrators. In that way, when you prevent, you don't need funds to respond to that. And then to build capacities of the advocates, the service providers, so that they'll be able to engage and not look at GBV prevention as a campaign thing, and look at service provision, look at services to humanity, promotion of human rights as everybody's business. In that way, through the sustained advocacy and understanding and challenging the patriarchal structures,
absolutely,
we could dismantle and get more funds allocated and released. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. A round of applause to her, please. I mean, what you shared just shows that the scale of the problem is immense. However, there are opportunities for action. And it also shows that as civil society organizations, we definitely have our work cut out for us. So I'm going to turn it over to Madam Ngozi. Thank you. The index shows a decline in the proportion of Nigerians who feel safe testifying in GBV cases from 61% in 2023 to 55% in 2025, with 25% stating they would only engage with formal justice if strong witness protection is guaranteed. Why do you think many states still lack robust witness protection systems? That's the first question. And the second layer is, how is this gap affecting the prosecution of GBV cases? And what practical steps are needed to strengthen witness protection and survivor confidence in the justice system? 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Thank you.
Well, that's a lot for 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, first, I'll say the issue of funding. Funding plays a large role in respect of witness protection. Then I'll look at the will on the part of prosecutors. Then the third is the law, enabling laws in respect of witness protection. For instance, in my state where I come from, Enugu State, we have what we call the witness support units. From those witness support units, we take care of the expenses of witnesses who come to court to give evidence. Then, if we can have a similar unit in respect of witness protection, create a unit. I encourage states can create units where witness support will be provided for, because definitely there's nothing you do without funding. That will help. It will go a long way. Then the will on the part of the prosecution agencies. Why do I say that? For instance, I believe the prosecution should own the case. How do I mean own the case? If you're a prosecutor and you have a survivor or a witness who tells you that he or she is being threatened, you just don't go to sleep. You should do everything possible to ensure that that witness gets justice and to ensure confidence. If you need to call the police, for instance, in my state now, when I get such reports, I always detail a law officer to go to police to make a report. And the accused or whoever is threatening the witness might be made to sign an undertaking, or he can be cautioned. Then let me go to the second step. How does it affect prosecution? If the witness is threatened, definitely the witness might evade court and may not be able to come to court. If the witnesses do not come to court, definitely there won't be any conviction and the perpetrator is made to go scot-free. Then, how can we handle this? One way I believe we can handle this, like I said, is to promulgate laws that will help in respect of witness protection. If we can include laws, if we can promulgate laws with that regards, I think it will go a long way in witness protection. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing. That's quite profound. I just want to be sure that we have like 5 minutes to take a few questions. Do we? 1 or 2 questions, right? Great. If you have questions for any of the panelists, please signify by show of hands. We can only take 2 questions. So I have 1 here and 2. Please go straight to the point in the interest of brevity so that we can.
Thank you very much. Mine is not a question, but a comment. I want to congratulate the convener for consistency, because I've watched her from BBOG up till now, from her first class in the university for her master's up till today. Oh, I have your CV. Don't worry. So, consistency is good. And I have seen progress every year in the Invictus report, and we expect more from you. Commendation means more work. That is all I can say, but for the blue states that have done so well, do not rest on your oars. Do not sit down and feel that all is well, because survivors will not forgive you if you do. And for those who are lagging behind, take a cue from them.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that commendation. There's a hand up over there.
Thank you. Dorothy Jamanze.
Please straight to the point and let's know who you are directing your question to.
Great.
Thank you, sister.
Yes. Protection orders. A lot of lives are lost by the day because of inavailability of protection orders. And the, who funds protection orders and how available are protection orders, you know, and also the digitization of the courts, because a lot of people need to make appearances when their lives are not safe. So how are you coping with this, and what do you think are the solutions?
So who funds protection orders? How available are they? Who are you directing your question to?
Please, who can help me? In fact, first year rent for survivors, as long as it's not captured, people are trapped in shelters because they don't have anywhere to live.
Who funds protection orders? How available? Ministry of Justice. Yeah, so thank you. No. Yeah, who funds protection orders and how available? Yeah.
So presently, so like she stated, we have, is enshrined in our VAP law.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's
hear
working,
you.
yeah.
For instance, in response to the question she asked, is enshrined in our VAP law in Enugu State, and I guess the same applies to the VAP Act. But as it stands now, really, unfortunately, there's no funding. So that's why I said funding is key. As it is
But
now,
which stakeholder do we hold responsible for that?
It's the government.
Which arm of government? Which sector within government?
to tell you the honest truth, it's just there. But I believe it should go through Ministry of Justice.
Right.
Since Ministry of Justice has a witness support program, has provision for funding witnesses, then the same should apply for the witness protection. So I believe Ministry of Justice should be held accountable.
Thank you very much. Does that answer your question?
Can I just add?
Okay.
So it depends on the law that is applicable in each state. So for Lagos, we have the Protection Against Domestic Violence Law. And Section 2 of the law says that it lists some individuals and organizations that can approach the court to obtain a protection or a restraining order. NGOs, pastors, imams, social workers, and all of that. So before now, we used to go to court to obtain protection orders against abusive spouses. But we were made to part with some money to file and all of that. And it was becoming too much. So we made a case to the Honorable Chief Judge of Lagos State, asking him to please waive that fee. And it was waived. So now we can actually approach the court without paying a dime to obtain